What are you doing over there?
Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Newbie Tank series and Animal Rescue series. Yeah, so there was a little turtle in our pool and my wife got excited about it, so I had to go in there and rescue it.
Now what are you going to do with him?
Look at that. I didn't even have to dive down. I had my goggles on and everything. Hey, look at him. That's a soft shell snapper. They get huge. No. Jesus, the dog tried to eat it. I let it go in the pond behind our house. And I always get a little nervous when I get close to that pond because we've got gators here in Florida. So when I got close, I actually just kind of gave it a little flick and flicked him into the pond. And in my mind, and when I walked up there, I'm like, this is going to be like one of those viral videos where someone releases the animal and something terrible happens to it and the gator comes up and grabs it. Well, that didn't happen, thankfully. But hey, here's my FOWLR tank. And when I left you last, I was setting up the sump. I've got the doors on. We're ready to go. So now it's time to do the aquascape. So I have to do the sand and the rock before I can put water in there. Now, a couple things I went ahead and did before I joined you again this week was I set up my reef LED lights. Now, the reason I did that was a couple of reasons. Because I went ahead and I made a mounting board for my power supplies so that they didn't have to be just inside the cabinet. I actually slid them behind the cabinet on the mounting board. This is what I came up with for mounting my power supplies for my reef LED lights. I got these little mounting brackets from Ecotech Marine on SaltwaterAquarium.com, and I screwed those in and mounted these to actually it's a cutting board that I just got on Amazon. And then this is a Wi-Fi power strip that I can control with my Alexa. That way I can just say, to Alexa to turn off the lights when I'm in there watching TV and I don't want to get my phone to open my controller apps to control any lights or anything like that. I can still control them on the app, but I can also just turn the power off to them using the Wi-Fi strip. And then this way, this doesn't take up any space on my main controller board for my all my Reef Beat controllers and my Hydros controllers. So this will actually sit behind all of that and be separate because they're just big power banks. Kind of a cool solution, right? You know, before I go and set up my sand, I did go ahead and buy sand, but then I was thinking what kind of tips I could get from Mr. Saltwater Tank before I move forward. So I'm going to go ahead and give him a call.
It's Jimmy. Jimmy Newbie Reefer. We got to change your name since you're not a reefer now. You're not going to have a reef tank. You're like Jimmy FOWLR tank guy.
I still have a reef tank. Oh, there's my reef tank right there.
Oh, ooh, look at that. You're legit, yeah. Jimmy. You're legit.
I just put some new residents in there. I have a new bristle-tooth tang. Let me show you.
Great fish.
He's right over here. Do you see him?
Yeah. Great fish. Yeah, love that fish.
I have a bristle-tooth tang. I've got this guy.
Oh, the file fish.
Yeah. I got a file fish because I had Aptasia in there again. And
Jimmy,
yeah, they're doing great.
You just can't stay away from that Aptasia, can you, Jimmy?
Aptasia. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Yeah, no, so this is going great. But actually why I'm calling you, hopefully I didn't catch you alone fragging again.
Well, look at all this coral that we need to frag in this tank, Jimmy. I mean, geez.
Every time I call, like the lights are out and you're like, oh, hey, what?
It's not like, true.
Oh, I'm fragging.
That's not true. Let's talk about your tank, Jimmy. This is not about me. No one cares about me anymore. It's all about you. What do you want to know about?
I need some help because I've got my tank for the most part set up. I got to do a couple more little things, but then I'm going to do my aquascape and my sand. And I'm trying to remember when I set this tank up, what we talked about. You picked this out for me, and I don't know if you were like diving on the Great Barrier Reef or something. I couldn't get a hold of you last week. So I went ahead and I ordered some sand on saltwateraquarium.com.
Yeah.
I got argonite.
Aragonite, not argonite, or aragonite.
Oh, what's the difference? So you know what I mean. Is that actually something from the sea bottom? It had some characteristics, you know, it says, oh, it's good for this and that on the thing. And I just kind of was like, sand is sand, but.
Well, not all the sand is equal. Like play sand you can get at a home improvement store. You don't want that. Just use the stuff that's meant for saltwater aquarium. Keep it simple. You got the right stuff.
Okay, and the last time I think I put enough in the bottom to go like 2 knuckles deep is kind of what we said. We stuck my fingers in there. I didn't measure with a measuring stick or anything. It was deep enough to kind of hold my rocks in place.
Yep, 1.5 inches, 2 inches. Some people are going to tell you to put the rocks in first and then the sand. You can try it if you want. I like to put the sand in and then put my rocks in and then push them into the sand, wiggle them a little bit.
So the aragonite, that's going to be fine for my fish only tank, right?
Yes, you need to rinse it before you put it in your tank.
I need to rinse it.
Yes. No, I'm not asking you to test your tank, Jimmy. I'm just telling you to rinse the sand.
I guess I'm not completely following.
Okay, so the sand.
What do you mean rinse it?
Yes, rinse it with just fresh water, put it out in the yard, 5-gallon bucket, run the hose through it till it clears up a little bit. That's all you got to do. You don't have to use salt water. You don't have to use RODI water.
So I'm going to wash the dirt out of my dirt.
Your sand, any dirt and particulates out of your sand. You're not putting dirt in your tank. This is not a freshwater tank. I would not be talking to you if this was a freshwater tank.
It comes from the ground. It's okay, it's sand.
Okay, it's sand.
Hey, don't eat sand. What are you doing? That's not food, that's sand. That's sand. Ick. So Mark says just pour the sand into a bucket, which is what I got here. And I'm going to wash my dirt. Never heard of such a thing. But I guess the goal here is to get really small particulates out. So the idea here is to get this water running clear instead of this milky particulate stuff here. So we're just going to stir up the sand and let the milky water run over the edge. Rinsing my sand. Mr. Saltwater Tank's going to be proud of me. You know what? He's not wrong. I mean, look at how milky that is. You don't want that milky stuff in your tank. Let's get that out before we put it in the tank. This is an official rinse bucket. Wow, look at that. It's much clearer now than it was when I started. So I guess rinsing your sand is a thing. Good tip, Mr. Saltwater Tank. Man, this isn't easy. This thing's heavy. And then we just dump out the sand. All right, now it's getting exciting. Got my sand in there. Next up is my rock aquascape. And then of course, my return pump, a few things down in my sump, and then we can put water in there. It's getting close. Hey, another thing I wanted to mention, I've got my lights set up there just so you can see this better. I went ahead and set them up. But check that out, one button on my Reef Beat app, the app from Red Sea, and I can set a photo setting or a camera setting to give me nice white light. And it's got a bunch of settings, and they graph the light, moonlight, timing. It's really pretty sweet on the app. So that's another really cool thing. Well, about the sand, it's pretty even across here, but there's a few spots where it's higher or lower. I didn't get it perfect, but I went ahead and did Mr. Saltwater Tank's not so scientific measuring way, just sticking my knuckles down in there to see how deep it is. And it's just a little bit, anywhere from a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch, maybe an inch in some of these deeper spots here. But I might need some more sand. I did put a tape in there and got 3/4 of an inch over here in the shallow part. But I think it's enough to get my rock aquascape going. And I think I can add some sand later, although it's not ideal to dump sand into water. It's going to get super cloudy. So I think I want to get the sand all done before the water. Hey, thank you all so much for sticking in there, watching to the end here. Be sure to like and subscribe. Oops, Steve, who just clicked off? Man, I was going to tell him to like and subscribe and be sure and comment. Everybody, thanks again. See you on the next one.